did the math this morning. And I think that's right. And if you remember, if you're a parent of one of these children, you remember what it sounded like the first few days, especially if you're a clarinet parent. I know you thought you were getting a really quiet instrument, and they're much quieter now, but boy, in the beginning, that's a tough one. All right, and saxophone too, oh my goodness. All right, so you remember what they sounded like then, and that's what they're supposed to sound like. It wasn't anything out of the ordinary, but they sound a whole lot better now. And I can't wait for you to hear them again in May when we do this concert 5 months from now. And you're gonna be just blown away by what they can do. Sorry, I don't talk in front of people very well, so I have to read. They're really great kids. I tell people all the time that band kids are the best kids, and I truly believe that. They're really fantastic kids that I get to work with every day. We have a lot of fun. Not every day is a super fun day, but we really do have a lot of fun most days. I hope they're having a really good time learning their instrument because they're doing a great job. We had one rehearsal to get ready for this concert. Well, technically two. You just heard the second one. But we had one rehearsal yesterday with most of them that we got to put everything together, which is always an adventure, and I have to thank all the teachers at Cypress Grove and my administrators for letting me do that, because they actually missed class to come and do that for me, and they're just fantastic. I would like to ask you to please make sure your cell phone is on silent. They have worked really hard to do this concert, and I'd hate for a phone to ring in the middle or Amber Alerts to go off or anything like that. And then, this is a kind of a strange request. While they're playing, I would prefer no flash photography because we are very distracted, me included, by shiny things. So flashes are very distracting. Feel free to take pictures when they're not playing, or don't use your flash when they are, and that's fine. But they'll be very distracted if you use a flash while they're playing. So we're gonna go ahead and start our concert with Up on the Housetop. All right, so they've come a little ways from the beginning of the year. I think they're doing a great job. Like I said earlier, these are fantastic kids, and I really am lucky to get to work with them every day. They really just are the best kids. So I'm going to say thank you to them for working so hard and doing such a great job every day when you come into class. So thank you, thank you, thank you, okay? I'll thank lots of other people here in just a second, but since I have a captive audience, I have some announcements for you. Butter braids, by the way, thank you. Oh my gosh, we sold so many butter braids. We've never sold that many before. You guys are amazing, and thank you parents for taking the sales thing to work or whatever. It's been amazing, and that money will get put to good use, so thank you again. But butter braid pickup is this Thursday at CSMS in the band room. So you're going to park near the tennis courts on the big parking lot side of the building, and you'll go in the doors that are nearest to the natatorium, and the band hall is just straight down that hallway. Okay, we'll be there from 3:50 until 5:30. I have a lot of kids in this group who are also in a spelling bee that day. So parents of those kids, if your kid is in the spelling bee, I just need you to email me as soon as if they're eliminated, as soon as that round is over, they're able to leave. So if you can just kind of let me know, like if it's 6 o'clock and they're still going, I don't want them to worry about coming and getting their butter braids. So if you could communicate with me and just let me know, hey, it's 6 o'clock, we're on our way, I'm happy to stay there longer for those students. Okay, everybody else, I would really appreciate if you could be there before 5:30, because I would like to get home to my family at some point, but I don't want the kids to feel rushed in the spelling bee. So please, just communicate with me. My email is kmontgomery@csisd.org, and I can be up there as long as I need to be, or we'll put your butter braids in a freezer somewhere, okay? We also have what they're most excited about. We have a party on Friday with the middle school kids. It will also be at CSMS in the band room and other places in the back of the building. But they do have a party. The party is from 6 to 9. If you could please make sure, and you can just drop them off, they'll come in. If they sold 5 or more butter braids, they're free. They don't have to pay to get in. If they didn't sell 5 or more butter braids, we ask for $5 or 2 bags of chips or 2 packages of cookies, because they like to eat. So I would almost prefer food if you can do that, but $5 will work if you don't have time to get to the store. But that is on Friday, 6 to 9. Please be there at 9 to pick them up. They'll be ready to go home at that point. The other big thing, Friday the 21st, which is the last day of school before Christmas break, we go caroling. So the kids will, as of tomorrow, start forming caroling groups to go around the building and play in different teachers' classrooms, and it's really a lot of fun for them. They learn how to run an ensemble on their own, which is kind of interesting. And it's great. Our teachers love it. The other students love it. If your child is not going to be at school on the 21st, if you could just make sure they know that, that would be great. Because last year I had a group that formed, and then the day of the caroling, there was 1 kid left in that group. And so he was brave. He went as a soloist, and he went to all the rooms. But I know, he's amazing. But not every kid wants to do that. So if you could just make sure that they know, and it's not a big deal, I just need to make sure that the group is still viable to go around caroling so they don't get left as a soloist. Okay, so I need to thank a lot of people. The first person I need to thank is Mr. Eakes, sitting in the back over there. Mr. Eakes is the band director here at College Station High School. They set all of this up for us. And they let us use this beautiful auditorium and their fabulous percussion equipment. My percussionists were so sad today that they didn't get to play on Frankenstein up here. If you don't know about Frankenstein, you ask one of them. It's a marimba that does not move very well, and it rattles, it's falling apart. I think it's been rebuilt several times. So they get to use this beautiful equipment on this beautiful stage, and really appreciate him and all the students here who are helping out. I also need to thank my administrators, Ms. Scott and Ms. Cameron and Ms. Schulte, and then all the teachers from Cypress Grove. They do a lot for our kids and supporting them, coming to the concert. They also let me have rehearsals in the middle of the school day and miss their class, and they're really supportive. So y'all thank your teachers tomorrow when you go back, yes? You better. And then lastly, I'd like to thank parents. Thank you for supporting your kids. You're paying for instruments, you're buying reeds, which reeds make excellent stocking stuffers, by the way. That would be a fantastic gift because most of them are out. Reeds, valve oil, all the stuff, private lessons, all kinds of things. So thank you very much. And I also have to tell you, my parents are here, and Mr. Montgomery's parents are here. So your parenting doesn't end when they leave the 6th grade or even their senior year. They still are coming to concerts. Granted, they're here also because they have a grandson in the band too, so they get to come to all the concerts as well. So thank you very much. Children, thank your parents. That was very half-hearted. They'll work on that. We've got one more song to play for you, and then they are going to meet you out in the hallway when they're finished. So if you're planning to stay for other concerts, that's great. But otherwise, if you could make your way out when they finish, they'll meet you out in the hall. Thank you very much for coming.